Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Groundhog Day. Today's Red Mic message, here we go again. If you've ever muttered that phrase under your breath at work, in politics, in your organization, or even looking in the mirror, that message, well, it's for you. And on this Groundhog Day, it seemed appropriate because, well, the movie does that over and over again. Here we go again. Some people think that movie is about being stuck in time, and it is a little bit, but more than that, it's a movie about being stuck in yourself. Bill Murray's character wakes up to the same day over and over and over again. Same alarms, same people, same problems. But he's not trapped because the day repeats. He's trapped because he keeps responding the same way. It's a huge metaphor for life. He was given a gift. And yeah, it might seem a little torturous or even hellish. And at first, yeah, he treats it like a joke, then like a cheat code, then a loophole, then a way to manipulate outcomes without changing who he is. We probably all do that a little bit, right? Because it's not just a movie plot. It's how institutions behave. It's how leadership behaves. It's how we behave. We love to say, this time will be different. A new administration, a new CEO, a new rebrand, a new slogan, a new org chart. But it's the same incentives, the same culture, the same behavior. And then a year later, we're all sitting there saying, well, here we go again. Not because we didn't know better, but because knowing better would require accountability. Every cycle looks the same. Something breaks. People warn about it. Leadership shrugs. The system fails exactly as the people who are paying attention predicted. Then, they put together a press release and talking points, and they might make a task force, and we learn these lessons. But nothing changes. Then months or years later, the same failures show up again and again and again, but with a new name tag. They've polished it. They've polished that same old, well, you know what it is. And you can't really polish a turd, right? In Groundhog Day, the loop only broke because Phil stopped trying to game the system. It didn't stop because he learned the rules. It didn't stop because he was able to see the outcomes. It wasn't because he got smarter in the problems. It broke when he got better, when he started doing the right thing even when it doesn't benefit him, when he stops manipulating and starts serving, when he changes his character and not his tactics. Now, a little side note. If you've seen the movie, isn't the whole montage where he's trying to help the old man, the old homeless guy, isn't that just the most heartbreaking thing you've ever seen? Because no matter what he did, he could not change that outcome. And I think that, as much as anything else, I think that led to Phil's ultimate redemption, because I think maybe he realized in that instance, if I'm going to fix this, I've got to fix myself. And that's the part that people miss, I think. If you keep getting the same result, it's not bad luck. It's not sabotage. It's not the other side. The same results happen because it's the system you tolerate, the behavior you excuse, the habits you refuse to break. Time is not necessarily repeating, but you are. We love blaming execution. We love saying the plan was sound, the rollout failed, the messaging wasn't right. But sometimes the problem is not the execution, because the problem is the playbook. Running it harder, louder, faster doesn't change the outcome. It just gets you back to the same morning, same alarm, same excuse, same silly DJs, the same frustration. Here we go again. Because if you don't reflect, if you don't think, if all there is repetition without reflection, it's not experience, it's stagnation. If nothing changes except the calendar, you cannot call it growth. If there's a reset without accountability, it's just a rebrand. Changing the language doesn't change the culture. That's up to you. So if you're tired of saying, here we go again, stop asking what's new and start asking what's different. Start asking what's allowed. Start asking what you can change, because the loop only breaks when your behavior changes, because that's the only way you're going to change the behavior in the rest of the organization. Not intentions, not promises, not apologies. So whether it's leadership, institutions, your own life, the hard work is not learning the systems and how to deal with the system. The hard work is becoming the kind of person who doesn't need to cheat the system. You've got to learn how to work with it, but you got to work on making it better, because until something changes inside the system, here we go again. You just saw your shadow, and you're going to have 6 more weeks of the same old crap. And that's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting or helpful. I had fun with this one because Groundhog Day, honestly, is one of my favorite movies. Scooter and I, we used to watch it all the time. In fact, he had the picture of Phil with the groundhog, the one where he's in the truck, and they're about to go driving off the cliff and all of that. That was actually one of his profile pictures on Facebook. So raise a glass to Scooter this morning, shall we? I think I will. And if you haven't heard, apparently Poxitani Phil did see his shadow. So supposedly, if you're into any of that, we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. But honestly, we were probably going to have 6 more weeks of winter anyway, right? Go be the change that you need in your life, in your organization, in your job, in your relationships. Just go be better. I'll see you again tomorrow. I love you guys. Please give me a like, a follow, and a share.